What's going on? What's going on? I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. Before I get started with this particular episode, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate your support. This episode is actually episode 188, 188. And the title of this particular episode is What's Going to Separate You? What is going to separate you? God will remove people and situations from you that are not in your best interest. Best to believe it. God will make sure he separates you from individuals and groups of people that don't have your best interest at heart. The key to that is we have to allow ourselves to be separated and to want to be separated. Everything that we put into doing what we feel we need to do in our lives to get ahead, to get to the best possible destination that we deem necessary for our lives, it's all in our own hands. And a lot of times we don't separate ourselves from these groups of people or individuals that don't mean us any good. We tend to think that, and look, I find good, and we should all find good in everyone that we're around, right? But what happens when that individual or group of people, you can't seem to find any good in these individuals, right? You're going to have to separate yourself. And like I said, a lot of times, if we really stop to think about it, God will remove those people from us and those situations from us to allow us to move forward. Imagine if you're working hard to achieve something and people say, man, it's so difficult, it's so hard to achieve our goals and dreams. It's not. It's not. It's the road less traveled. Could you imagine traveling down a road and you're doing 5 miles an hour because there's 1,000 cars on that road versus doing 50 miles an hour on a road because you may have 10 cars on that road? It's the road less traveled. So everybody else is making a right. You're going straight. Everybody else may be making a left. You're going to make the right. It's the road less traveled. When it gets you to the next level, what separates you? You got to think about that. You separate you. Your work ethic separates you. Your mindset separates you. Your go-get-it driven mentality should separate you. If everybody else is doing the same thing and everybody's traveling on the same road, there is no separation, then where's your greatness coming from? Good question, right? Your greatness comes from you. The blessings come from your faith, being attached and being evenly yoked with God's vision for you and understanding that. And I'm telling you, God will remove you every single time. You ever been in a situation where you're with a group of friends and they're doing some things that, nobody's perfect. So they're doing some things, they're not making the best decisions. And all of a sudden, there's almost like a tap on the shoulder that can knock you over, that kind of gets you almost in the pit of your stomach, because you know what you're about to do with these group of people, even though they're your so-called friends, it's not the right decision. God will separate you. It's the road less traveled. Those decisions will bring you to a place, almost a crossroads in your life. For you to get to the next step, the next level, the next rung on that ladder, you have to separate. You have to separate. It's the road less traveled. Everybody is fighting to be successful, but not everybody's working hard to be successful. Just because you utter it out of your mouth and you speak it doesn't mean it's going to materialize for you if you don't put the work in. So you reach a goal, right? And that goal that was a dream becomes a reality. So all of a sudden you reach that particular goal. Now you think you made it, you're good. No. Now you got to work even harder to get to the next goal. And once you reach that particular goal, you might be good for 10 seconds, but you got to work even harder to get to the next goal. So to make it a sports analogy, everybody knows I played running back. That was my position. Okay. After practice, I would still do my sprints and I would run the stadium steps and all that good stuff. You know why? Because I wanted that edge. I was already a crazy competitor, but I wanted that edge. I wanted that edge psychologically. I wanted that edge just being in great shape. I wanted that edge for the fourth quarter and maybe one overtime, just to be in that type of shape psychologically. So I didn't empty the tank in the fourth quarter. I had a lot more to go because I prepared for that. And this is what I'm telling you to do. Prepare, make your own breaks. Prepare for the success and greatness that God has in store for you. But you control that. What separates you? Your hard work, your work ethic, your character, all of these things, your moral code, all of these things, that's what separates you. The road less traveled. These individuals who's going to take the shortcut, who decide instead of running a mile, they'll run a half a mile. Instead of doing 10 extra sprints, they'll do 4. Instead of putting up 3 extra reps, they'll do 1. And they think they're working hard. That's not going to get it done. That might make you good. But if you want to be great, it's the road less traveled. You got to take that extra step. What separates you? Work ethic, driven spirit, faith, discipline, a driven nature in your gut, fire. That's what separates you. What gives you the opportunity? Your ability to work hard. And people see that. I don't care if you're in a football field, basketball court, baseball diamond, track, in a CEO corner office. People who are successful, they see that. And when they see that in you, that's what separates you. If they see that you're always taking the easy way out, you're not going to be separated. You'll be clumped and lumped in the same group that everybody else is lumped in. So what separates you is when other people can see the driven spirit and the hard work and what you bring to the table each and every day. And it's consistent. It's consistent. It's not a flash in the pan. It's every day, Monday through Friday, and maybe on a weekend, I'm going to get extra work in. And you do it because that's what's in your gut. It's a burning desire to be successful, to separate yourself from everybody else who's one of the 1,000 cars on that road. And instead of making the left, you decide to make the right. And now you're on the road with 10 cars. That's what separates you. Your work ethic, your driven spirit, your faith, your belief in yourself, your attention to detail, and getting it done, putting in the extra hours. I don't care what task, what field you're in, what business you're in, putting in the extra hours that nobody else is putting in. That's what separates you. And once again, if you're paying attention to God, God will remove all those people and situations from you that is not in your best interest. You have to pay attention. That's what separates you. I'm Eugene Napoleon. This is Napoleon's Corner. I'll see you next week. Later.